All right, bet. All right, bet. All right, bet. Shout out the account just passed it today. So the way I see it, we just took this monthly low from October last year, which was the low of the fourth quarter of last year. We hit this monthly fair value gap. But still obviously very bullish. On the weekly, still bullish. Weekly candle two, uh, as we took out this week's high. And then closed back into range because we closed under this candle's high. So still technically in a weekly C3. On the daily, what I've noticed is this candle right here, which was a daily candle too. If you draw a fib on this wick, we haven't violated 50% of this wick. This is also the 50% of this week wick is right where this low um of this candle is, and then this daily candle right here created a daily C2, although we didn't get the C3 delivery. 7 hour, I don't see the CISD that y'all are talking about on the 7 hour, because for me the CISD would be here. But on the 4 hour, I did see a CISD, and this fair value gap was closed, and we got this fair value gap. So I drew an inverted fair value gap here. And then as far as how we've played it, although we've come deep inside of it, we have not violated this candle, and we also have not violated 50% of this mitigation block. On the 1 hour, to go with that, on the 1 hour, as far as how this fair value gap has been played in this area, until we close below this bullish candle right here, I don't see this as a CISD. Let me see here. Yeah, because this candle is still a bullish candle. So I have not seen a 1 hour CSD. So on the 1 hour, I would still be bullish. Although we did test all the way into the lowest area and even the second candle of this 1 hour fair value gap. This is also the 4 hour mitigation. And then as far as yesterday, we took Asia's low and then we did take the highs back. Um, which if we consider these Asia lows an area of liquidity, we did CISD from there. And we've been holding this bullish leg of price right here. We do have this 1 hour bullish fair value gap here, and then we have the Asia lows. We have these targets up here. But the whole problem with this, in my opinion, is just that gold is still long term bearish, in my opinion. I haven't looked at the 15-minute yet. You're saying we had this shit. Roger, you talking about this move right here as a TS3? Or are you saying this was the first, like this was this? No, I'm trying to see what you're talking about on the TS3 here, Raj. Yeah, Raj. I don't see what you're saying from the TS3 standpoint, unless you're talking about once we took this liquidity here and we made this high. Uh, and that's where we took the high. And then we have this pullback as a one, this is a two, and then no, because this took the highs right here. Unless you see this as the C wave. I don't know what you're talking about on the TS3, Raj, but what I was looking at is if the 1 hour is still bullish and this is considered a move against the trend, um, we made a sharp move to the 50. chopped, came all the way down. We still respected the T236. And then we have another fair value gap here. It did go to the 618 and the 7, the 70%, but it didn't close there. However, um, we're also holding a 1 hour inverted fair value gap here because we had this fair value gap and then we inverted it, and we have this fair value gap holding here. Um, so I don't know. It does kind of look like a sneaky buy, but as far as the 15-minute goes, um, I don't know. I feel like it just doesn't look like a TS3 to me.